Ladies and gentlemen, are we live? How's everybody doing? Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Happy post Easter. Happy post Easter. Happy Easter after, happy after Easter. Ladies and gentlemen, whoo-wee. How was everybody's Easter, man? I had a good time on Easter. Got to play some video games. Went to church, obviously, right? You know, played some video games. Did some stuff.
Yeah.
Did some stuff. Got to go out a little bit. It was a little cloudy though, so we stayed in for Easter. We stayed in, but it was a little cloudy, a little rainy, so we stayed in for Easter. But we did get to have a good old time celebrating Easter. We got to have some smoked ham, which, by the way, was immaculate. It was amazing.
Good ham.
It was some really good ham.
Good ham.
That's some good ham. Hey, we had some real good ham, ladies and gentlemen. We had some good smoked ham for Easter,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And we also had some. I got to have a little bit of beans and rice on the side, a little bit of some potato salad if you weren't in the mood for beans and rice, because the beans and rice, man, those are good, but they give you the bubble guts, and you don't want the bubble guts. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful with that stuff. Don't have too many beans, ladies and gentlemen. Not too many beans. That's life. Life lessons with doubles. Don't have too many beans.
Okay.
Man, I'll tell you something, man, because you don't have too many beans, man. You'll be, especially before bed. Don't do that, because I had dinner late one time, man.
Oh no.
I had dinner late one time. I woke up at 3 in the morning. I had to use the bathroom, man. It was horrible. I'm like, it
Okay.
was crazy, man. I mean, hey, that's life.
Oh no.
That's life.
It's
It makes you give it ever have the hey it be like that, man. Had me hugging myself, man. It was horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you can't eat beans before bed. Don't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, yes sir. But yeah, I had a good Easter, man. I had a good Easter. So I chilled, had to spend some time with the family, watched some SEAL Team. I'm still on season 7 of that show, and I love it. It's a good show.
Yeah.
Jolly good show. Yeah. So 1 second, ladies and gents. I'm just getting all the stuff set. Alrighty. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I've been chilling out, doing my thing there. It was a good, restful 3-day weekend, Now back at it, we're going to get back at it again, try to make some more money.
Money.
Actually, not try, we will make some more money.
Money.
Yeah. Yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. Oh, 1 second.
Yes.
1 second. Alright. Let me get my stuff set here. But yeah. No, I got to have some delicious, amazing smoked ham, man. It was great. And before that, I got to have some surf and turf at the Longhorn Steakhouse. Yeah, a little surf and turf. Had the shrimp and a ribeye steak bone in, man. I don't know what it is, but when you got the bone in with the ribeye, it's much more flavorful. I guess it's because of the bone marrow, but hey, man, I mean it's always good.
Yeah.
It's always good. You know what I mean? Because I tell you what, I have a lot of fun just doing my thing. Oh, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Huh. What's up? Let me see what we got going on. Alrighty. Bless you, dear moms. Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you. God bless. God bless. God bless America. Alright. So yeah, that's what we got going on, man. But we did that. Decided, you know what? Maybe tiny little Easter egg hunt around the house wouldn't be too bad. You know, so did a little bit of that. That was fun. Yeah, so yeah, that's what we got to do. Been playing some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Not Advanced, Infinite Warfare. That I've been playing that. Been having a good time with that game. Little funsies for me. Little funsies for me. No, I can't. You know what game I can't wait to come out? I can't wait for the game Doom, the Dark Ages. That game's gonna be lit. I can't wait for that game. It's gonna be coming out like May 13th, I think. And by the way, hey, Doom, sponsorship. Sponsorship. Yes, DVL Nick sponsored by Doom. Hey, you did it for WrestleMania. Do it for me. Yeah, that's another thing I did. I got to watch WrestleMania. And man, it was shocking. It was a shocker. I tell you what. It was a shocker. It was a big shocker. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting some of the things that happened there. Some of the things I was, but other ones I wasn't. So, I'm not going to spoil it for nobody. Because, you know, if we got some wrestling fans, I don't want to spoil nothing for nobody. Because some people might have had that recorded, like, yeah! And then, you know, I just spoil it on a live stream. Like, no! No, they don't want that. You don't want that. It's happened to me, man. I'm not going to do that to nobody. I'm not a big spoiler guy. I like the things to be a surprise. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, 1 second. I'm just still setting up a little bit over here. Alright, there we go. But yeah, DBM Moms, how was your Easter? I think
It was good.
I mean, I spent Easter with you, so it better be
Yes,
good.
I love it.
It better be good. I spent.
We were kind of together.
Yeesh, we were chilling.
Yes.
We were chilling out, doing our thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Goody gumdrops.
Yes, good bunny rabbit.
By the way, speaking of bunny rabbits,
Speaking of bunny rabbits.
how did you like our little Easter logo? For those of you who have seen it.
I thought that was great.
We customized that Easter logo ourselves. We actually
so cute.
had a little cute little bunny rabbit.
The bunny rabbits.
Yeah, and like the
Got a
colory
little bunny
logo.
rabbit for
Yeah,
you
we
to
wanted to make it. We wanted to make the logo look kind of like an Easter egg a little bit. Nothing. It doesn't look like an Easter egg. It's like in the shape of a diamond, but we wanted like an Easter diamond. Easter diamond. So yeah, we got that going on, man. It was amazing. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cute. It had a little cute little Easter rabbit.
Yeah.
We might do some holiday themed logos. You know?
Let us know what you think about that.
Oh yeah. Let us know what you think about our Easter logo. Put it in the chat. I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
It was pretty cute.
Like it.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
It was adorable.
That was nice. That was very nice.
As soon as Coach put it up, I was looking at it like, aw, little wabbit. And by the way, just before Easter, like the day before, we saw a little rabbit just hopping around in the forest. Huh? What? Wabbit stew. Coach is like, wabbit stew. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how wabbits taste. I haven't eaten wabbit. Wabbit.
Yes, sir.
Wabbit season. Duck season.
Yeah, we love those Looney Tunes, don't we?
Oh man, I love the Looney Tunes, man.
Love the
If they
Looney
can make cartoons as cool as that, man.
Yeah. It used to be as cool as that.
No, you gotta like. The thing is, right? You gotta. It doesn't have that it's not as clever. It doesn't have that old zinger
Not quite.
that the other ones had. You know what I mean?
Not quite.
Yeah, it doesn't have that.
No.
Not anymore.
No.
Used to, man. It did. Used to. But, you know, it's not as good with the zingers, and it's not as creative as it used to be, man.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's like, you know, it's funny, but it's not funny. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is you're funny, but you're not exactly funny. You know what I mean? You're not exactly funny.
It's gotta be funny.
Yeah.
It's not that it isn't funny these days, it's just that it isn't funny.
Yeah, it has to be funny.
Funny.
Has to be funny.
Like, seriously funny.
Hold on. Yeah. Oh, I'm wondering what that noise is like. I'm just getting texts from family members, like little late Easter texts and stuff like that, which is that's fine. That's cool. I don't mind that. It's just that it's not actually funny. All right.
That's a movie reference.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you know what that movie is, put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat.
I'll give you like a couple seconds before I tell you what movie it was.
Yeah. It's an old one though. It's an older one.
Older movie.
Like-
It is an older movie.
Like 80s old.
Not
something
very
like that.
well known.
No.
Not very well known. Not a very well known
It's not.
movie. Hold on one second.
That's it.
But yeesh. Hold on one second. DB Moms, can you do me a favor? Can you grab me some water?
Oh.
Water.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yeesh. Also went shopping, man. Got some mineral water. I like the mineral water, man. It's always good. Mineral water is always good, man. It's always good stuff. SPFM, by the way, is 40%. In 1 second.
All right.
Just getting all of our ducks in a row.
All right.
Yeesh.
Verify.
Oh, 1 second. All right. Just gotta start sharing here. Give me 1 second. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. All right. There we go. And yeah. All right. We should be good. We should be good. All right. I'm going to get this. Actually, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Just got to put this up, and then I will be all set to go. All right, there we are. One second, and we should be good to go. Not that. This one. Good. All right. Yeah, we're all set to go. Let's put this up. Put teleport here. Yeah. And it's loading. There we go. Finally. You know, the dreaded Facebook loading. Anyway. What's up, guys? It's Double Nix, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nix in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker. Give it an extra long R because
That's
it's
a long
after Easter.
R, boy.
It's after Easter.
Good Lord.
It's after
Long
Easter, you know. And I am here with the lovely co-host, my lovely co-host, the Serengeti specialist, the one with the bushy tail, who lives in the, well, shakes her bushy tail in the high weeds and the tall trees and the high seas, hitting them high knees. By the way, UPXI, we called that earlier. It's up 211%. We'll get to that. All that good stuff. She's got 2 cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes RBs. They have the meats. Sometimes she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to regular ski. Sometimes we shoot her out the cannon and she goes wee. We call her DVL Mommy. DVL Moms. Hey.
You're crazy.
All right, UPXI. Let's get started.
Yes.
All right.
UPXI.
UPXI. Well, let's get started, and then we will get into the rest of the stuff that I wanted to say. UPXI currently up 274%. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we called UPXI earlier this morning. We called it earlier this morning at 58%. It is now 272%.
Yes, it is.
That's how high it went.
Yes,
Let me
it
get this.
did.
Give me this.
Yes.
Give me this.
Yes.
I'm stealing your pen.
Put it on there.
I'm stealing your pen,
My
mother.
goodness.
I'm
This thing is
stealing your
crazy.
pen. Just like she steals pens all the time, by the way.
I still-
Ask Coach. Coach, does she steal pens? Does she
Quiet.
steal pens?
T-shirts, pens, hubcaps.
What?
Nice.
T-shirts, pens, hubcaps.
Yes, Betty. Yes,
My
Betty.
little klepto.
Yes, okay.
She does. She steals lo mein too. Anyways, yeah, I can get my eye on you. I'm watching you.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
What you mean? Sure, you did that. She did. November 23rd, 2023. I remember the exact date.
Uh-huh.
It was the lo mein incident.
You would remember that.
I do. I had a perfectly good thing of leftover lo mein, man. I was saving it for when I was gonna just chow down on that, man, for lunch. I had it for a little bit for dinner, right? I was gonna save the rest for lunch, man, and she decided, oh, I'm just gonna eat it. Excuse me.
It was sitting there for a long
It
while.
was sitting
I
there
didn't
for
know
a
you even
day.
was there anymore.
It was sitting there for 1 day. Wow. I'm being stolen from. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
All right? And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers. A lot of times we are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you can get our 4-day trial for $79.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that $199 might be going bye-bye pretty soon. So you better keep an eye on it. You better take it while it's hot. You know that song, Take It While It's Hot? Yeah. That's what you might want to do. Because it's going to be gone pretty soon. You know? Supplies there are limited. Ha 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 ha. So, yesh. Hold on 1 second. Yesh. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on. And yeah, be sure to check that link out. Anyways, as for our baggers, we called quite a few baggers today. We did. We called quite a few baggers. We called SHFS 129. Oh, by the way, UPXI just randomly shot up to 293. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, that was gonna be next on the list. Now I gotta. I'm stealing the pen. I'm stealing the pen again. Give me that.
course.
Give
course.
give me
Of
that.
course,
By the way, this is Dad's pen because he color coded the pens
Yeah, yeah,
because she
yeah.
keeps stealing them. Give me that.
Yeah,
Give me that, you little thief.
yeah.
Anyways, hey,
294%.
294, 317, 321%.
Nice.
All right,
That's
ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we called SHFS. We did a video on that one Friday. We did that one on Friday. That was up 129%. UPXI, which we called earlier this morning, now 348%, 349, 353, 360, 371. Okay, we hit 400. All right. Just hit 400 already. You know, it's hold on, let me I gotta rewrite it again. 371.
Oh, for the love of Mike. This is just keep going up. My.
Why?
I love it.
You know we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times when she's getting annoyed at how many baggers we're picking.
No, I just can't get it down fast enough. I think slower. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
373, DVO Moms, 373.
373.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, I mean,
373.
we did call that though.
Yes, we did.
We called that though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, we are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah. So that's what we got going on. We got that going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Got that thing on me. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So right now, UPXI currently up, hit a high of 373%. Also known as $11.26, and they are doing their thing right now. They are. We called UPXI earlier this morning. Let me see what we called it now. Hold on. We called it earlier this morning at 7:04 a.m. And before that, actually, no, 7:04 a.m. Yeah, that's when we called it. We called it at 7:04 a.m. when it was 58%, and now it's 372%. So yeah, and it looks like it's curling back up. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, looks like it's curling back up because it hits 372. It went down a little bit afterwards, but it hit 372, and it might have been higher than the 370s because it had a high of $11.26. But, ladies and gentlemen, right now, I mean, we just stepped up into the building. We just stepped into the building, and already we got a bagger. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We got. All right. Here you go, pen thief. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go, pen thief. I'm keeping an eye on her, because she's gonna pocket the pen. I know it. I know her. 381 currently. 383.
I see.
383. Give me the pen. Give me that pen.
Go get a pen.
Give me a pen.
It's right in the pen holder over there. Jeez.
You know what I gotta do? I gotta do the positive negative reinforcement, which is like hold out the pen. Let's just hold my hand. You know, she grabs it. She goes to grab the pen. Pop.
You're right. You know,
Smack on the hand. Bat.
funny, you. You're a funny guy.
Yes, I funny guy. They kill me last.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Yes.
Yeesh. Okay, give me one
What's the high
second.
now?
383.
Yeah.
That was what it hit. It hit the 383. It hit 383. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little weary of the stock. I'm a little not weary. I'm a little suspicious though of this stuff. Not suspicious. Suspicious is the wrong word. I just want to make sure it doesn't make a shoulder head shoulder. So I don't want a shoulder head shoulder for the stock. That would suck. But it did hit a high over here. Nice little high. Nice little move up. Bop over here at the low of $2.22, hit a high of $11.26. So now it's just doing its thing right now. Has to break through that little double top over there for it to continue to be schmexy to me. But there is some news. There is some news for the stock. So the stock is called UPXI UPXI Inc. All right. And let's scroll down. Let's scroll down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's scroll down. All right. All right. Float is 383,000. All right. Excuse me, 863,000. I apologize. 863,000. Volume is 21 million and change.
Yeah.
So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we
Yeah,
got going on.
that's something.
And they have some news, by the way, that UPXI announced the pricing of a $100 million private placement, price above last market closing price under NASDAQ rules. And they also announced the same. They got the same thing. Yeah, no, that's just the news. Yeah, that's just the news. They had like 3 bits of news that all said the same thing. So, you know, it'd be like that. But UPXI did have a nice movement, very nice movement, up 383%. We call SHFS. That one we actually made a video on our YouTube channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, by the way. We made a video on that one, and SHFS went up 129%.
Yes.
So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And then we got APVO. We got a couple of little ones, too. We got little baby ones. We got APVO, which ran up 70%, GURE 59%, MLGO 36%, SND 25%, CWD 40%, MLEC 40%, ADD 39%, and DRCT 41%. So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got going on.
Yep.
And this float is a little bit low, but the volume is a lot higher. The float is 863.22 thousand. Volume is still 22.44 million. So that's what we got going on there, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we're looking at. Keeping an eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping an eye on that. Because, yeah.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. Yep. Yep. So, UPXI is currently at the 22 million float. It hit a nice high of 383%. Is a little bit overbought in the RSI. A little bit overbought. So that's a thing, right? And then, of course, you got the volume. It's above the VWAP. It is above the VWAP, but it is also above the RSI. So it's a little bit overbought, ladies and gentlemen. So it might, possibly move down, or it might move up. You never know. It could do either or, honestly, at this point. But it did have a nice movement up. It did shoot up really nicely for a hot minute. It was pretty good. I liked it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it. Yes. Especially because hey, the day just started, ladies and gentlemen. The day's still young, and we already called a 383% bagger. I'm just saying. Do we got it like that?
Yeah, we got it like that.
We got it like that. I'm just saying, we got it like that. Hey, we got it like that. So, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on. All right, as far as our other stuff, yeah. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to share it up. Be sure to share the stream. Share it. But share it to your mom. Share it to your dad. Share it to your brother, your sister, your cat, your dog, whatever. Share it to your alpaca.
Your aunts, your uncles, your pet alpaca.
Share it to the anthill outside your house, if you have one of those.
Wow. Okay.
Because they have. Hey, by the way, I heard about like somebody like pouring like metal, like liquid metal into ant hills and stuff like that, and just coming out with like modern art masterpieces. It's like, okay, whatever you like, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's one way to get rid of an anthill. I don't know. I saw videos. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't really know what to say to that. There was one YouTube channel that I was watching called Ants Canada, and they would make these little documentaries on the ants. They make it seem like ever seen the History Channel where like they just talk about history, like, Oda Nobunaga knew that somebody was in his cabinet and there was a traitor in his midst. Some stuff like that, right? They do the same thing but with ants.
Okay.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. It's like Game of Thrones, only with ants. Hey, I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it. Not much of a Game of Thrones guy. I haven't watched it before, strangely enough. And people were like, "Oh my God, you've never watched Game of Thrones? What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "No, I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I watched WWE. I watched SEAL Team. I watched all the good stuff. Yeah, but never seen Game of Thrones. Never seen that. I might see it sometime. Might watch it sometime. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so far UPXI hit a nice high of 383, SHFS 129. So let's see what we got going on. Again, UPXI does have a bit of a shoulder, head, shoulder that could be forming, but it's just forming the shoulder and the head for now. It does have to break above the little 1081 mark for it to be schmexy. It looks like it's trying to potentially curl. It has to hold this resistance point here at 952 and break through 979 for it to be schmexy. It looks like it's trying to test 979 and curl its way back up. It looks like it's trying to, because again, it hit its way up to 383. So we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see.
We'll see.
All right, let's take a look at RSLS. Let's take a look at that one. I'm a little curious about RSLS. Let's take a look at RSLS. Let's see what we got. All right, RSLS does have a bit of some news and stuff like that. It was a bit overbought and a bit oversold on the RSI, but let's get some graffiti pencil activated over here. All right, let's get the support and resistance lines over here. All right, so you got support resistance over here at the 48-cent mark. Bop, right there. You got another one over here, 43% mark. Bop, right there. Right, you got another one all the way over here at the 31-cent mark. Bop, right over there. Another one over here at 34. Bop, over there. 34 over there. Right, 30 over there. All right, and then of course on. Yeah, that one over there. So that's what you got going on right now. It's forming a bit of a double top, not like in the double top side, like the double bottoms, DBL moms.
Right.
Yes,
We like a double bottom.
yes, I like the double bottoms, but it also is a little bit overbought on the RSI. It'd be like that. It do be like that. Let's see. It has to break through this resistance line over here for it to be schmexy. Has to break that resistance line for it to be schmexy to me. It looks like it's breaking that. It's trying to break it. It's trying to break it. By the way, oh, who said hi? Somebody said hi. Abdullah, hi. How you doing? How are you?
Hi.
Hope you're doing well, man. How are you, brother? Anyways, yeesh. So that's what we got going on. Let me see over here. Looks like it's. Let me get the graffiti pencil over here. Looks like it's moving its way upward right here. So we'll see what happens. Has to break through that little double top line over there at the 42-cent mark for it to be so much mexy to me. Abdullah says, hi, have you read my question? I did not see your question, actually. I don't know if it's sent, Abdullah. So what question you got? What question you got? Anyways, so let's see what we got going on. Yourself. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How you doing? Anyways, so yeah, right now it has to break through this 42-cent resistance line, 43% resistance line. It did peak over just a little bit. Oh, you were inquiring about VINC? Oh yeah, sure. Let's check it out. All right. Yep. But as far as RSLS, has to break through this 43-cent line for it to be so much mexy to me. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's check out VINC for our boy Abdullah. Hold on one second, brother. Let's get you something over here. All right, so VINC looks like there's quite a bit of barcoding here for this stock. VINC has a reasonable float of 4.94 million. However, the volume is low at 668,000 and change. So you got that going on. Very low on the float. Also had a major drop. Also a lot of barcoding and a lot of consolidation. A lot of that. You can tell by just looking at it. And there's quite a few wicks of indecisiveness over here. So it has to break through a certain series of resistance lines and support lines that I will set up right over here. So, of course, we got the resistance over here. Abdul, I have many shares. Unfortunately, they said it'll be delisted. Oh, boy, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Abdullah. That's rough. Oh, hopefully you get out making somewhat of a profit. You know what I mean? I hope so. Anyways, let me see over here. All right, so you got the high at 0.2963. So we got that going on over there. And it's going to have to, it has another resistance line over here at 27 cents and change. Another one over here at 26 cents and change. Then you got another one all the way over here at 19 cents and change. Support line at 14 cents and change. Another one at 13 cents and change. 12. And then all the way down here at, hold on, around 10 cents. So it has to hold this little line over here at 14 cents, break through the 19-cent mark, then it would have to go all the way up to 26, 27, and 29 for it to be schmexy. Again, has very low volume, and the float is reasonable, but the volume is low. So there's that. And then, of course, there is, from what you're telling me, news that it might be delisted. So as far as this stunk goes, not liking it, not too schmexy. It's currently a little bit overbought as well on the RSI, but before it was oversold. So again, it's not something that I personally like. It did break through the 19-cent line, so hopefully it could break through that 26-cent line, and then the 28, and then the 29-cent line for it to be schmexy to a mere. You know what I mean? But right now, so you know how it is, man. Let's check out UPXI. Let's go back to UPXI. Again, UPXI, we called that stonk earlier at 7:04 a.m. this morning, and it went up a nice high of 383%. And again, UPXI has news that it wants to raise $100 million. They're to raise $100 million via a private placement price above the last market closing price. And then afterwards, they got a bit of insider buying news at UPXI with Section 13 or 15D in a Form 8K. So they got insider buying news, so they got that going on. They're going to have to check that out, make sure that goes swimmingly. Let's see here. Abdullah says, Vince RX's board of directors determined that it would be in the best interest of its stockholders to dissolve, liquidate, and wind up its business and affairs, to distribute stockholders any assets remaining after paying. Okay, payment as creditors. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, nah. Yeah, that stonk's gonna be, yeah, not good news for that stonk over there. But UPXI is currently moving up, ladies and gentlemen. UPXI is currently moving up. But yeah, VIMC currently is moving down there, unfortunately. But it be like that sometimes. Them's the ropes. You know how it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gents.
Yes.
Yeah. We got some UPXI over here. Hopefully it curls. It's trying to curl.
Yeah.
It looks like it's trying to curl. It did hit a nice high. It did curl up to 354%. So, we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. But right now, it's got a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails, DVL moms. We like the bottom tails. We like the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. So, that's what we got going on. Again, this hit a high of $11.26. So, it's got to keep trying to curl, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to keep trying to curl. Yeesh. You know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Yep.
Know what I mean?
Letting that thing come up.
Yeesh. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. It is a bit overbought. It's still a bit overbought on the RSI. So you never know. But right now, let's see if it can break through that $11 line over or $10.99 line. It's $11. It's $11. The $11 line. You got to see if you can break that. Has to hold over here at $9.82. Break $11. So yeah, that's the thing. And then Abdullah, we are not financial advisors, so we don't give advice. Yeesh. So anyways, UPXI is currently up a nice 383%. So that's what we got going on. Yeah. So yeah. Right now we are looking at it. It is looking okay. Let me see. Actually, I got some graffiti pencil that I want to draw. Let me zoom in the room a little bit. Bop over here. All right. Okay. Boom, over here. So UPXI has to break this little pennant over here for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. You know what I mean? Somewhat schmexy to me. It's trying to curl up a little bit. It is trying, but again, has to break through this pennant. Has to break through it and break through that $11 mark for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Otherwise, you know, it's man. You know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is. You know how it is.
Yeah, we know how it is.
All right. Again, this stock has insider buying news. Let's take a look at the volume. The volume is now 25 million. The volume is slowly creeping up, and so is the stock. It's got a bit of a bottom tail. I like the bottom tail. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Can it go up? Can it keep going up? It has to hit that $11 line. Has to hit that $11 line for it to be schmexy. Again, UPXI a little bit expensive to me, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's moving up nicely. It is moving up nicely. Still a bit overbought on the RSI. Has to set itself up there. So we'll see what happens. We shall see. Right now, it's trying to fight to break that pennant. It is fighting to break that pennant, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got, man. Let's see. All right. HXHX. Let's see about that one. That one. Let me see.
HXHX?
Yeah, I could tell by the floating volume is going to be a bit low on this one. Okay, let me see. HXHX, because that one popped up. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it is low on volume. So, let's check it out. Float for HXHX. Yeah. HXHX is currently 13 million on the float, which is a little bit high. 13.75 million is a little bit high to me. A little bit high on the float. Volume is 40,000. So, not liking that. Plus, it is a China stock. You know how I am about them China stocks. I don't trust the China stocks. Me personally, I don't trust China stocks. Let's see. Let's go back to our good old friend UPXI, which has since hit 361. UPXI. I feel like that stock is just going to curl up. I see. Look, I turned my head for 5 seconds, and it's already trying me. It just shot up. Okay, excuse me. All right, you know what? It is what it is. I don't mind. It broke through the pennant. It has to break through. Wait, it is 386. 386. 386. Yes.
386.
Yes. 300.
Right, you know what?
Oh, 401.
Yes,
408.
it is.
408. 408%. 408%. 408%. Hold on, it's still going. It's still going. 408%. Hold on, I gotta rewrite that now. I gotta rewrite that now. Look at that. What you made me do? 408%. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Hit a nice high over there. $12. The $12 mark. The $12 mark, yes, sir. Yeesh. Hold on, I'm getting that good stretch in. Oh, that's the good stuff. Ooh, yeesh. All right. I'm currently still on a bit of an uptrend, baby. Woo. Still on a bit of an uptrend. 403%. 403%. Oh my God.
408, wasn't it? Is it 408?
Yeah, no, the high was 408,
That's
but
what I thought.
it hit
Oh, yeah.
403% just now.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's on a rock and roll party today.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Currently, this stock is 408%. Had a nice high there, 408%. Hit $12. Hit $12. Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. So, let's get ourselves another. Oh, it is forming a bit of a double top, though. Let's see. Let's see. I don't like the double tops, DBL moms.
No.
What do we like?
We like double bottom.
What do we like more than double bottoms?
We like double bottom.
What do we like more than that, though? Bottom tails.
Yes.
Bottom tails.
That's true.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes, we do. We do. We do.
We do.
Yes. Oh, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
All right, 1 second. Oop, there we go. Just want to put that up for the indelibles.
Yes.
Yes. Want to put that up for the real-time alerts, ladies and gentlemen, because we got those. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, and share. And be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for $199 and then $79.99 a month. Linked in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed it here first.
Yes,
We picked UPXI earlier this morning at 7:04 a.m. and it popped to 408%.
Yes, sir.
Hit a nice high of 408%. So we'll see what happens. It is a little bit overbought on the RSI. It looks like it's trying to curl downward a little bit to not be overbought on the RSI and instead be like, in between overbought and oversold, things of that nature, but it is a little bit overbought on the RSI. So we got that going on. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this little double bottom doesn't do anything too crazy. The little double top over here, we don't like the double top, we like the double bottom, but better yet, we like the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom tails. Say it with me, DBO Moms. Bottom tails.
Bottom tails.
Bottom tails. It's bottom tails. There we go. Yeesh. So that's what we got. That's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. Currently, though, it hit a nice high of 408%. So we shall see what happens with the stock. Again, SHFS, we did a video on that one. Friday night, SHFS, and it went up a nice 129%. So we got that going on. And then, of course, we got UPXI. That one hit 408%.
That's the monster.
And the day is still young. The day is still young, ladies and gentlemen.
It sure is.
It is. Day is still young. And, hey, it be like that. We could call more baggers.
We could.
We could.
Very likely, sure.
Yeah.
Sure we could.
Be sure to join our private Discord, ladies and gentlemen, to get our real-time alerts and scanners for $1.99 and then $79.99 a month thereafter. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. Because, yeah, we picked quite a few baggers.
Oh, yeah.
We picked a bagger that went up 408%, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying. On stream.
On stream.
You are our witnesses. You have witnessed it.
Yes.
Greatness. Yes.
Greatness.
Ho ho. All right, well,
Great.
I'm enunciating, so it's like, my voice is getting a little higher pitched, so I sound like Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, Lord, what was that?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
408%, ladies and gentlemen. Ha ha.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Oh, God, don't do
What?
it. Yeesh.
Can't have fun? She's the fun police, ladies and gentlemen. She's the fun police.
The fun police.
Can't have fun.
Really
You're the fun police.
now. Really.
Also the stealer of lo mein. The stealer of lo mein and dad's pens. The stealer of lo mein and coach's pens. Yes. I've been waiting for your arrival. Ah, yes. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so far that's what we got going on, ladies and gents. That's what we got going on. Nice little 408% bagger for everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that's what we got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, how was everybody's Easter, though? Be sure to put that in the chat. Put it in the chat. Yes. Yes. All right. RSLS. What's going on with RSLS? Let's see.
It's going up.
RSLS is going up.
A little bit.
RSLS. Okay, let me see. RSLS.
Yes.
All right. Let's check it out. Someone asked for RSLS. They give them RSLS. Currently, RSLS was on a bit of an uptrend here. Oh, looks like it broke through the... Hold on. Let me get rid of these over here. All right, looks like RSLS broke the little double top over here. Let me refresh this little drawing over here. Let's see what we got. All right, first things first. Boom, over here. Hit a bit of a high. Did a bit of an A, a B, a C, and a D. So it's got an ABCD pattern going on right now. RSLS currently moving up, broke through the 48-cent resistance line over here. So it's now up 56%. And Reshape Life Sciences, Inc., that is the name of the company, received a notice of allowance for additional U.S. patent related to its proprietary diabetes neuromodulation technology. That sounds fancy. Neuromodulation. Neuro means brain, right? Modulation is modulation. You do modification. I don't know. And then after that, they skyrocketed after receiving a U.S. patent for diabetes neuromodulation technology. So they got a U.S. patent. That's their news. And they had a nice little A to B, B to C, C to D pattern. There you go. And looks like it is trying to break through that resistance line and continue curling, potentially. The float for the stonk is a little bit high, in my opinion. 10.48%. 10.48 million. 10.48 million. The volume is 25.38 million. So the volume's a lot higher than the float. I like that. I like that the volume's higher than the float. Float's a little bit high. It's a little bit overbought on the RSI, but it does have a nice little ABCD. So go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Yeesh. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want access to our private Discord, the link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comments section. $1.99 for a 4-day trial, ladies and gentlemen. So be sure to get that while supplies last, because guess what? The deal won't be lasting much longer. Won't be lasting much longer. So you got that going on. Abdullah says sorry for... Nah, man, you didn't interrupt me at all. Nah, you're good, man. You're good, brother. You're good. No worries. Brother, you are not interrupting me. You're never interrupting. Ladies and gentlemen, we like getting comments. We like that. We like comments. We like subscriptions. We like all that good stuff.
And we love
go ahead.
shares.
Yeah, we love shares, man. I mean, hey, you're never interrupting, ladies and gentlemen. You are never interrupting. We love you guys. We love you. All right? Yeesh. We do. We do. So, don't worry about it, man. That's no big deal. No problem at all. It was never an interruption. Hey, I don't mind. I don't mind taking a look at some stonks and just chilling out doing my thing. So, man, hey, I had a good time. All right? And then I wrote a little face. I don't know what the face is, but okay. Right? RSLS is currently moving up, by the way. So it hit 61%. So, yeah, while it's moving up, ish.
Well, let's do that.
Be sure to check out that 4-day trial. Because this... I don't know. Could this one be the next backer? Maybe. It did hit a 61%. I'm just saying. It hit up 61%. We'll see. So, yeesh. Anyways. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Much love. It's Double Nix and my lovely co-host, the Serengeti Specialist. We call her DBL Moms. She's in the tall trees. The tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas. Hitting them high knees. She likes cups of coffee.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Sometimes she likes to toss them chancletas and they go wee. Like boomerangs. Like boomerangs.
Yes.
Shoot her at the cannon, she goes wee. She likes RBs. Right? And yeah. Call her DB Bombs. Yeesh.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeesh.
I got you.
Anyways. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Much love. I hope all your dreams and aspirations come true. I hope you guys had a wonderful 3-day weekend with Easter. Easter. Yeesh. And Good Friday, too. I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter and Good Friday. And we hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful time. Rest in peace to the Pope, by the way. I heard he passed away. God rest his soul. So, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. Much love. Take care.
Take care, everybody.
Be greenable. Make a lot of money.